Okay, that's what we covered. And also we talked about different technologies used in testing. Okay, mainly Java nowadays, .NET, and C, C++, SAP, PeopleSoft, etc. At least now you have to mention. If they ask you, hey, okay, you said you worked on medical records. What is the language they have used to, write the code? You must be in a position to tell that one. Okay. So today, as I told you, we'll talk about different tools available in the IT. Okay. So before that, let me talk about what is automation testing. Okay. Automation testing. I'm going to send the email notes to everybody. Yeah. The automation testing is used for repetitive jobs. Okay. Automation testing is used for repetitive jobs. I already told you that when a testing starts, the code is moved from development to SIT box or GS server, SIT server. SIT means System Integration Testing. Okay, System Integration Testing. So basically, what is System Integration Testing means? See, in electricity billing, the reason I am talking about all the projects on and off as an example, the reason you can repeat the same during the interviews. In the electricity billing system, okay, there are 4 modules are there. Okay. Once again, why 4 modules? So that we can do the work parallelly. One group will be working on meter reads, one group will be working on invoice, one group will be working on billing, one group working on reports, and all finally they will be integrated together. Okay, they will be integrated together. So what are the modules here? First is meter reads. Okay, meter reads. Meter reading module. Okay. So from metering module, what will final result? What it will pass on? Meter readings. Okay. Monthly meter readings. Is it clearly visible to you? Whether I have to increase the size of the characters. Anybody can answer me? Primal, can you see these things, or you want to increase the size of the characters? One of you.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, very good. Okay. Meter reading module, monthly meter reading will come. Let us say 100 units. Okay, 100 units. That will be passed to the next module. Okay, that will be passed to the next module. Okay, that is the symbol. Next module. Next module is invoice module. Okay, invoice module. From here, as I told you, invoice is calculated based on the different scenarios. But we are taking a simple scenario, that is 1 unit for $1. So 100 units into $1, that is equal to $100. Okay. So this $100 will be moved to the next module. What is the next module? Billing module. You guys should be very thorough in all these modules. Okay. Module. So in the billing module, what it will do? Suppose if the customer is an existing customer, if the customer is an existing customer, it will check the previous balance. I'm writing here for existing customer. Existing customer. Very clear, okay? Suppose for existing customer, previous balance. Okay? Say $50. Okay? $50. And plus invoice for month of say month of say February. Okay, is equal to $100. Okay, so what is the total now? $150. Okay, $150. That will go to the next module. What is the next module? We said reports. Okay, we said reports. Reports. Okay, reports, you know, the reports are available for various groups. Okay, so for customer service representatives, whenever you call him or call her, suppose you have an issue with your billing. The moment you tell your registration number or your SSN number, the account will be pulled up. In the account, all the information will be there. Okay, your name, address, your social security number, what is your previous bill, current bill, okay, what is the meter reading for the, okay, if you are a previous customer, for all the months, what are the meter reading, what are the invoice, what is the billing, what is the, how much you paid, okay, how much billing sent for the month of January, February, etc. So like this, you know, from each module, okay, meter reading module, they calculate meter reading. It went to invoice module. Invoice, based on the readings, it calculated the invoice. Okay, then invoice value went to billing module. In the billing module, the system will verify, okay, if the customer is an existing customer, does he have any previous pending balance? It will calculate the pending balance. Okay, and then in the reports, all the information is available here. Okay, all the information, okay, available, all the information. Okay, so for all groups. Okay, so for a CEO, for a CFO, what is important? Okay, how much business you are generating? Okay, how much pending amounts are there? Okay, for collecting agencies, collecting agency in the company, then they will verify, okay, how much amount has to be collected from the customers. Okay, so what they will do, if it is too much, they will pass on to third party. Right? They will pass on to third party. So any questions on this one? See, the reason I'm talking about this is the importance of modules. Okay, so all the teams will start working on 4 modules, that is electricity meter reading, invoice, billing, reports. Okay, so in SIT, okay, in SIT, okay, suppose 2 modules are ready, meter reading, okay, meter reading, okay, plus invoice is available. Okay, they will start testing on that one. Suppose after some time billing is available, they will add billing code also. Okay, billing. Okay, so they will make sure that, you know, what are the test cases they are running, they are getting the correct results. If there is an issue, yes, they will correspond to the you know, concerned developers. Developers will look into that issues. They'll fix the code. Once again, you will test that one. Okay. So all this is about manual testing. So now we finished all levels of testing. SIT is completed, okay, and the UAT completed, production is completed. Now the application went into production. Initially, we got some complaints from customers. They're already taken care. Now the application is stabilized. Application is stabilized. Once the application is stabilized, see, they will conduct some repetitive tests, okay, to check the health of the, you know, the application. When you go to the client place, every day in the morning, you will get an email from one of your colleagues saying that today morning I verified applications so and so, they are working very well. If there is an issue, he will write clearly, yes, application, electricity billing application the link is not working. or billing is not coming properly. So how he is saying that the reason every day morning at 7 o'clock or 7:30 they will execute some automation testing scripts. Okay, so that will show him, that will, by that what happens, he knows how the application is behaving. If there is any issue, that will be passed on to the developer. Developers will look into the system immediately. Okay. See, let me talk about traffic. Traffic means the number of customers accessing the application is called the traffic. So generally, for any application, the traffic starts generally 8:30. It will be maximum up to 7, 7:30, 8 o'clock. After that, traffic will go down. That means the number of customers accessing the application will go down. Okay, therefore, generally, in the nights only, we do the production changes. Okay, production changes. We'll talk about it later on, but just I'm giving an idea for you. The intention of doing the, these tests in the morning, running some automation scripts to make sure that application is working well. Okay, working well. Okay, instead of getting the calls from many customers, if as a internal tester, if you are able to, know the problem, then, the calls for your, help desk will be reduced. Okay. Okay, now, there are different tools available for the automation testing. Okay. In the automation, there are, let us talk about different, types of automation. Okay, different types in that. One is regression testing. Okay, the regression. The regression means, anybody can tell me what is regression testing?
Yeah, when the client wants some enhancements to be done to the existing code which has been created, you add up the enhancements and then check if it has not got any adverse effects on the overall functionality of your software.
Okay. Okay. Right. The regression means, the broad definition is, okay, you have an application and you are going to do some modifications, some changes in the code due to some errors or some, some requests from the customers, or you're adding some more new functionality. Okay, then what happens? The developer has to change the code. Okay, see, whenever any point of time, any code has been touched by the developer, the management or the BA team wants the testers to do the regression testing. Okay, they want us, the testers, to complete all the test cases. Why? Number one, the objective is whatever the new functionality you have added, that should work properly. At the same time, whatever the old functionality should be intact. That is the intention of regression testing. Okay, regression testing. Next is, performance testing. Okay, next is performance testing. Okay, performance testing. The performance testing means, okay, application is there. Let's say Bank of America. Okay, Bank of America. So right now there are 100 customers, how it is behaving. 200 customers, how it is behaving. 1,000 customers, how it is behaving. Okay, 1,000, 1 lakh customers, how it is behaving. By the way, generally you see, right, whenever there is an MCET results, okay, entrance examination results, the website, will take a lot of time for you to respond. The reason, there are so many, members are accessing the web server to check the results. Therefore, first come, first out. Okay, who sends the request first, they will get the response first. In that, you will be in the sequence. So they write the code in such a way that whatever the request comes, that request is taken care, and then it will take care of the second request. So there are some tools, okay, which will measure the performance of the application. Okay, and third one is defect tracking tools. Defect tracking tools. Okay, defect tracking tools. See, defect tracking means we know very well. We read the test cases. After this, I will show you how a test case will look like. Okay, I will show you. We read the test cases for the given application. We prepare the data, and then, okay. So, what is the test case? Once again, let me go to our, test case. Okay. So the test case is, here is the test case. Test case is to verify the medical record. Okay, to verify the medical record. So in the first test case, what we are doing, we are entering the name of the company. If the company, see, when you call a doctor or doctor's group, first question they will ask is, what is your insurance? If you say, Cigna, they'll say okay. If you say something else, they'll say, hey, this we don't accept. Then what they do? Two things can happen. One, either you have to call the insurance company and ask them, see, I am going to so and so, hospital, is it is covered? Or if the hospital is generous enough, what they will do? They will take the information from you and they will call the insurance company and they will register with the insurance company. Okay, it all depends on the the hospital and the person who are listening to the issues. Okay, so when you run the test case, you have seen here, right? You have seen here. When you run the test case, when the test case fails, we will go to quality center and we raise the defect. Okay, we will see in the coming classes how to handle the QC. Okay, so when the defect arises, then we'll go to the tool and we wrote those defects. Okay, defects are very important, and your job is to make sure the defect is closed. Okay, that is your responsibility. Okay, so in this aspect, let us talk about different tools available. Okay, the major company in this business is HP. Okay, company is HP, Hewlett & Packard. Okay, and they bought all the tools from a company called Mercury. Mercury. Okay, Mercury. So the regression testing, tool is called QTP. Okay, QTP. Previously, it is known as Windrunner. Okay, Quick Test Professional and WinRunner. Okay, so see here you have to write VB scripting. That is a catch. So VB scripting is nothing but a language. If you go on, working on that, it will take a lot of time. Okay, so therefore, I strongly advise everyone to, focus on QTP. Once get a job on manual testing, know the ins and outs of the manual testing, become thorough, and then if you are interested, you just definitely advise you to learn VB scripting, then you are good. Okay, so whenever you want to run the repetitive test, QTP is used. Okay, and then HP has another one called load runner. Okay, load runner. Okay, to do the performance testing. So that means in this tool, you will give the load onto the application. First, you will give 100, users. Then you will increase to 200 users. Then you will increase 300, 400, 500, like that. Okay. So how system is behaving? You will see the graph and you will understand. Okay. So the defect tracking tool from HP is called, right now, is ALM. Okay, ALM, Application Lifecycle Management Tool. Application Lifecycle Management Tool. Version is 11.0. Okay. The old version is QC, that is Quality Center 10.0. Older version is Quality Center. Still, and previous one is Test Director. Okay, Test Director. Okay. But if you know 10.0, it is more than enough. Okay. ALM also I will show you, but if you are okay with the 10.0, it is quite enough. Okay. I'm repeating once again. Different types of automation tools: regression testing, performance testing, defect tracking. From HP, the regression testing tool is called QTP. Previously, it is called WinRunner. Load runner is for performance testing from HP. ALM, Application Lifecycle Management, Quality Center 10.0. Okay, these are the defect tracking tools from HP. The previous it is called Test Director. So HP is, 70% of the industry is using HP tools as on today. Therefore, it is always better. You must be perfect in QC. Next player is IBM. Okay, another player is IBM. The regression tool is called a rational robot. Okay, rational robot. Okay, rational robot. And performance tool is called Performance Studio. Performance Studio. Okay. The defect tracking tool is ClearQuest, and the old version is called Test Manager. Old version is called Test Manager. You may ask me one question. Okay, you are saying that 70% of the industry is following, HP tools. Then who will follow IBM? As I told you, it's like, go to Mandi market, okay? If you go to Dilshnagar or some other Mandi market, what the guy will say, please buy these vegetables, this is free, okay? You buy 10 kilos, 1 kilo free. Same story here also. Same thing, no difference at all. what they will say, okay, you guys are using HP Unix, you guys are using our another HP product. Yes, why don't you take, our Ration Robot, Performance Studio, and ClearCast? We'll give 50% off. Okay. Therefore, some companies they will use like this. Okay. See, IBM has many products, right? IBM has, WebSphere, WebLogic. There are so many tools. So many products are there. So they offer, yes, you are using these tools, just use our tools, for free. Then why they will invest on HP? Due to this, you will see different tools in different companies. But for defect tracking, if you know QC or ALM, that is quite enough. The reason, ClearCast also, it will be in the same fashion. Maybe the front end will be a little bit different, that's all. Okay. So any questions until this point? All right. Let us no questions, I'll move forward. But any questions, let me know. The reason I'm asking all of you to ask questions is tomorrow if you go to the client place, use the same philosophy, okay? Just practice. Don't hesitate to ask any question, okay? If you ask a good question, they'll appreciate you, okay? Once, we have an issue with, testing, and I raised a good question, they appreciate me, you brought a good question. So they incorporate that change, okay? Always, the client wants, any defects or any complaints from customers. They do not want to listen. Okay, but of course it is impossible, to be perfect. But we have to try our best to make sure that it happens. Okay, all right. Next, the third company is SEG, S-E-G. Okay, so this tool was famous, I think in 2000, 2004, 5, they are, they're in a big swing. That is called Silk. Okay, regression tool is called Silk, and their performance testing is called Silk Performer. Okay, and their quality defect tracking tool is called Silk Center. Okay, Silk Center. Their defect defect tracking tool is called Silk Center. Okay. See, the reason I'm telling all these things, and at least you should know what are the tools available in the industry. Okay, if you are saying 5 years experience and working at 4 clients, see, I would like all of you to use definitely 4 projects. That is electricity billing system, medical records, insurance, banking, and shuffle these projects. Okay, shuffle these projects, shuffle these client names, etc. Okay, and one more thing I want to bring at this point of time is Silk is their regression tool. Silk Performer is their performance tool. Defect tracking tool is called Silk Center. Okay. Next one is CompuWare. Anybody knows about CompuWare? CompuWare is a company from Michigan. Okay. So their regression tool is called QA Run. Okay. And their performance tool is called QA Load. QA Load. Next one, Empirics. Empirics. Okay. Their regression tool is called eRun. Okay. And their performance tool is called eLoad. Okay, CompWare doesn't have any defect tracking tool, and Emprix also doesn't have any defect tracking tool. Okay, so try to remember these names, and let's move forward. All right. Okay, so now let me get back to the format for the test cases. Okay, format for the test cases. The writing test cases is a fun. Okay, and let me ask you one question. Then I will give the answer. What is the importance of the test cases? Suppose there is an interview, they will ask you, what is the importance of test case? Can anybody, old students or new students, anybody can explain that? So there should be the importance, right? Why so? What is the need and what is the importance of test cases?
Can I try, Naga? I don't know if I might be wrong also.
No. Please, see, this is what I want. All of you jump on it, I'm telling you. Whatever you know, come on. See, when you go to the client place, I'm repeating once again, the first day, if they ask you to give a demo, I want all of you to jump on it. They will love you, I'm telling you. Okay?
Okay.
See, everything is a learning process, right? Go ahead, Sudha, go ahead.
Test cases run to make sure that there are no bugs in it, to make sure that your performance is as expected. I don't know. I may be wrong.
No, that's fine. At least you are there to some extent. That's good.
And expected result and actual result. That's how we know whether the test case is passed or failed.
Yeah. See, good. So test cases are written to test the functionality of the application. Okay? I have told you we are doing low-level testing. That means we will go to the minute levels. Okay? We will test each and every functionality in depth. Therefore, you will write as many test cases as possible so that the application will be, defect-free. But one thing, defect-free is impossible. Something, whenever the developer changes any code, something other will pop up. Okay? As I told you. Let me give an example. Okay? See, let us take Chase company. Okay? So Chase, okay, number one, they may be using SAP system, okay, SAP system for HR operations, okay? Okay, for billing, they may be using PeopleSoft, okay, PeopleSoft. For billing, they're using they may be using billing, they may be using PeopleSoft, okay? For, Chase website, they may be using Java, okay, they're using Java. For business customers, they may be using something .NET. Okay, so like this, Chase company, there are hundreds of products out there. Every product will talk to each other. Okay, every product will talk to each other. So suppose you have done a change in PeopleSoft, if the interface is not working properly, there is a bug. Developer has to fix it. See, one more thing, let me tell you one thing. Tester jobs always will increase, no matter what. Why? The reason is, let us take, if you see your mobile app. If you see your mobile, right? There are so many apps, right? There are so many apps. New apps are coming. You are downloading new apps, so on and so forth. So many new phones are coming up. Every year there is a change in the government. That means every 5 years. So the state government is changed. They will come with new laws. Federal has changed. They will come with new laws. Okay. Whenever there is a change in the policy, that will be tested by you guys. Okay. Suppose Oracle, they upgrade their software. You have to test it. IBM has upgraded their software. You have to correct it. You have to test that one. Okay. Any other software, that's what I'm saying. Anything upgraded, you have to test it. Okay. So therefore, testing jobs will always be there. And by the way, in any company, out of 50 jobs, as I told you, 45 to 46 jobs will be manual testing. Other only automation testing. Okay. So test cases, you have to write as much detail as possible, as much depth as possible, so that nothing is missed for testing. Therefore, test cases are very important. And the reason why you are writing in the quality center is, the quality center is accessible to everybody, from project manager to vice president, okay, and everybody. Suppose you are working in meter reads department and it went into production. You move to different applications. Now somebody came to meter reads. Now there is a upgrade in the, they're doing some business change in the meter readings. So the person who is working on the meter reads at this point of time, so he can go to QC and see each and every test case. Okay. If you write with more details, then it will be an easy task for him to understand. Otherwise, what he will do, he'll come to you. He'll come and ask you, hey, Naga, you have done meter readings, right? Previously, can you please help me out? Suppose if you have written with more details so that anybody can understand, then he will never come to you. He won't come to you, right? Therefore, writing test case is a skill, and the more information you provide there, it's always better for the company, and also your lead and manager will appreciate. Okay. Okay. Let us see now how a test case will look like in a small companies which maintains in an Excel sheet. Okay. So test ID. Test ID, one number for that, okay? Test ID. And then description. Description. Number 3. Expected result. Okay. And then actual result. Actual result. Finally, pass or fail. Comments. Okay. Comments. So let me write one test case. Let me write one test case and then let us see. Okay. It's very simple. Okay. The only one thing is, you should know the business. You should know the business. So business means what we discussed about the meter reads. Okay. Let me talk about the business with respect to insurance company. Okay. I think everybody in this country has insurance, right? So can anybody talk about automobile insurance as well as home insurance? Anybody? Just the business, how the business. Suppose when you call insurance company, what factors they will consider in finalizing your insurance quote. Anybody can tell me? So first of all, when you call them, sometimes they will follow up with you, right? So when you call them, they will take information from you, right? Like first of all, what is your car make, model? What are the additional safety devices for the car? Okay. And also depends on the state you are driving, depends on the distance, your previous record, okay? And suppose if you are taking, if you have a teenage boy or girl, then, the insurance rate will hike, will go up. And if you have 2-3 cars, then it's called umbrella, the rate may come down. And if you have some other memberships, suppose you are working in Chase, Bank of America, they may give some discounts, okay? All the factors will come into effect. And also, suppose you call AAA, and you are asking for car insurance. At the end, they will ask you one more question. Do you have a home? Do you have a motorbike? Do you have a boat? If it is a rental home, we'll give rental insurance. So the more you take the product from them, insurance for your product from them, the coverage, the monthly installment will go down. Okay, you can pay monthly wise, quarterly, 6 months, yearly, whatever you want. Okay, so these parameters, based on the parameters, they will calculate the insurance. Okay. So we are going to talk about insurance project. So it is like this. An insurance company is there, automobile insurance company. So it is going to buy a home insurance company, okay, which is ready to be, bought by some other company. So we'll integrate these two insurances. So whenever a customer calls a company, of course they'll give a quotation for their car insurance. Plus, if they have a home or rental home, they will also provide the insurance. Okay. So, and the fourth is the bank we are talking about. Okay, 4 projects, right? Electricity billing, medical records, insurance, and banking. Okay. So, I want to write a test case for the medical records. Okay. So the intention of this test case is whether the hospital is accepting your insurance, if it is Cigna, accepting or not. If it is accepting, then whatever the name you give, the name should pop up. Okay? Let me write it like this. Okay? Let me submit. Okay, what is happening? It is coming as insurance. That means it has failed. Okay. If you say Cigna means, if they are accepting Cigna, the name should pop up. Otherwise, the name won't come. So it just mentioned insurance means it has test case has been failed. So how to interpret this one here? So test ID. This is medical records, right? I'll say MR, medical records, so 001. Okay. What is the description here? So enter the insurance, medical insurance.
Naga,
Yeah.
I couldn't see the screen.
Yeah, same here, Naga.
Yeah, sure. Okay. You got it right?
No,
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah,
Okay.
now I
So, yeah. So what I'm saying, Test case MR medical record 001. Description. Enter the medical insurance company name. Company name. Okay. So if it is still detailed, okay, they will do like this. First, number 1. Okay. Open the web link. Okay. Number 2. Okay. Enter the medical insurance name. Okay. Medical company name. Example. Cigna. Okay. So what is the expected result? Let me do one thing. I will push this to the bottom, okay? I'll push this to the bottom, okay? You take it as a description, okay? Okay, I'll take it here. I don't want to confuse you. Okay, all right. Expected result. So if Cigna should be displayed. Okay, Cigna should be displayed. But since we are talking about Cigna, right? Cigna should be displayed. Okay, what is the actual result you received? Insurance. Yes or no? You know that, right? You got insurance. So what is the result actually? It has failed. Okay. Right? Failed, right? So what are the comments? The defect. It is a defect. Okay. Then you have to go to QC and you will raise a defect. Okay. So I given the name medical record 001. Description. First open the web link. What is the web link given? You have to open that one. Okay. And then Cigna should be displayed. Okay. Actual result. What are we seeing here? Actually, what has popped up? That is what the actual result. Insurance. Okay, insurance. Therefore, test case has failed. Comments: raise a defect. Raise a defect. That's all. Okay, raise a defect. Okay. Any questions on this one? So let me ask you, can anybody, help me out in writing, say, a driving license number? See, what happens is, on real company, when you enter SS number, it will go and verify in the background. Okay? It will go and verify in the background. Okay. Is he the correct person or not? Naga Somana is saying that his SSN number is equal to 1234. Is 1234 belongs to Naga or not? Whether it belongs to Naga or not, they will verify. Okay, they will write the code in such a way that the background is tested. Okay, so can anybody tell me for testing driving license number here, test case? I'll say MR 002. Anybody help me out? Anybody?
Should we say open web link? And
Already
enter.
written, right? So, no
Okay,
need.
then we have
Already
to
written,
enter
right?
the driving license number.
That's all. Simple. Okay.
Okay.
Let me copy this guy. Just as simple as that. Okay. Just enter here. Enter the. That's all. Driving license. Okay. Number of the individual. Okay. That's all. Okay. And the individual. What is the expected result? Same
Number should be displayed.
Yeah, the same number should be displayed. Okay. This is expected result. Okay. Same number should be there. But what is actual result happen? Different. Different number was displayed. Okay, different number displayed. Okay, what is the outcome? Failed. Raise the defect. So what you have to do? You have to do one more thing. The moment it failed, right? You have to take the snapshot. How to take the snapshot? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something. I'll say NJ. Submit. Okay. Okay, this is the value entered. So, snipping tool. Click on the snipping tool. In the new, in which shape you want? Rectangle. Okay. Just take this guy. Okay. Okay. File. Save as. Just keep the name. What is the test case number? MR 002, right? Okay. Data. Initial data. See what happens, tomorrow after 6 months, if you're asked to do the testing, it will be easy for you. Okay? And you will add this one in your QC. You will attach this one in the QC. I'll show how to do that. After testing. Okay? Nothing has been popped up, right? So once again, go there. Snipping tool. New. Rectangle shape. Take that one. File. Save as. Okay? MR002. Result. Result after testing. Suppose if you keep everything ready, whenever your boss comes, yes, here we go. You can show them. And keep them in order, okay? Keep them in order. Okay? Keep them in order. That way it will be easy for you to track and, whenever somebody comes to verify, you can show them on the spot. So now we know how to write the test cases, right? Yes or no, at least. See, I'm sure you got some idea, right? So can anybody tell me for the final one? Let's go for credit card number. Same story, right? Yes, one of you tell me for credit card number. Tell me whether if you're unable to follow, let me know. I will still try to explain as much as possible.
Do you just need numbers? I mean, credit card number could just be one, you want to just give random numbers there?
Yeah.
Or you want us to just explain the case? How do you want us to do it?
Give the actual number, the number has to pop up.
Okay, can we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay, I'll say.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give 3,000. So first of all, simple. MR.
MR 003.
That's all. This is it. Okay. 003. Then you
Enter the credit card number.
Enter the credit card number. That's all. Enter the credit card number. Okay. What is the expected result? We need to get.
The same number should appear.
Yes, we need to get the same. Same credit card number. Okay. Okay. So actually, what happened here?
Different number.
Yeah.
What's different?
So something is coming different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of 9,000, we got something different. So it has failed. Okay. Different number was displayed. This number displayed. Okay, it has failed. I'm telling you, it will be fun, I'm telling you. The only thing you need to get hold of it, that's all, okay? It's a defect. And what you will do? You will, just go to you'll send an email to developer saying that, hey, the test case has failed, you have to look into that. Okay? So we'll do iterations in quality.
Naga, we do write test cases for each and every field like this.
It depends, depends. So
Otherwise,
for
we
test case, you can write in a single test case, yes.
Single test case for single field in a medical record form, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Naga.
For explanation, I'm splitting into different test cases. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay,
Number of
Naga.
question, right? Go ahead.
Naga, it doesn't matter if on first test case the result is failed, so we have to keep on writing the other test cases, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. See, we will write the test case based on the testing scenarios, okay? Testing scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, you will feel it, okay? Slowly and steadily you will feel it. One thing I'm telling you, it's not at all a big deal. Okay? It's not at all a big deal. Only thing I'm telling you should know the business. See, why we are writing this test case? The reason, in the business document, they will mention that, okay, whenever a patient goes to a doctor, the front office will verify his insurance, whether they are accepting insurance or not. And and why they are calculating age, whether it is minor or major. They want to verify, right? If minor is there, major should be accompanying with them. And the height and weight for the sake of medical record. Record number for the sake of their billing. Driving license for the sake of individual identity. And there is always a purpose, right? There is always a purpose. Okay. So like this, we will let the test cases and we will execute them. And the bigger picture is we will let everything in quality center or ALM. Why we write in QC means the reason anybody can access QC at any point of time, and they can go through the defects in the test cases to verify. See, once you write the test cases after getting the business document, it's your job to send the same to all of the members in the team, and you will mention very clearly that yes, these are the test cases I came up with. If you have anything to add, please let me know. Okay? So like that, you will keep everybody in the loop. That way they know what you are going to test. Okay? So this is the format for test cases. Any questions? This is very important. Test case format is very important. All right. If everybody is okay, then I'll move on to next. That is SDLC. Software Development Lifecycle. Okay.
Naga, you said you will show the business requirement document.
Yeah, I will send the document today for all of you. You guys go through that, then I will explain it, okay? I will send that one to you today.
Okay, thank you.
I have to do some modifications, and definitely I will do that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So let me go through SDLC. That is Software
Development lifecycle.
Yeah, Development Lifecycle. Okay. So what is SDLC? See, whenever you, in any IT company, whenever they come up with a new product, new application, they have to go through these processes. Okay? They have to go through this process. The first one is initiate project. Okay, initiate project. So in this phase, the business team develops a document called business requirement document. Okay, business team develops a document that is called business requirement document. Okay. So they come with the proposal. Okay. Okay. We are coming with a new app or a new application. So how many probable customers in the first 3 months and after 1 year, and what is the expense? All the details will be there in the business requirement document. Okay. Next is define project. See, why we are learning all these things, and at least when you say SDLC, if anybody in the interview asks the question, what are the different phases in SDLC? You must be in a position to talk about this one. Okay. Okay. A define project. So in this one, the business team, okay, it interacts with architecture team, okay, and the impacts with architecture team. Okay, architecture team. They come with SRD. Okay. Yesterday I told you, right? What is SRD? SRD means System Requirement Document. That means what OS has to be used. Okay. What database we have to use. Okay. What tools I have to use. What language I have to use. All will be finalized by in System Requirement Document. What systems are required? Operating system. Is it in Unix? Is it Linux? Is it HP Unix? IBM Unix? Which one? Okay. Database. Is it Oracle, SQL Server, Informix, Sybase? Tools. Whether we have to use HP tools or IBM tools for defect tracking. Language. Whether we have to use C, C++, Java, etc. Nowadays, everybody is going to Java. Can you tell me why everybody is going to Java?
Basic Java is a platform-independent language. And it's widely used.
Yeah, widely used, platform independent. Main thing is, cost effectiveness, availability of consultants, availability of technical teams.
And for the security.
Yeah, it is also, they look into that, but mainly these are the two components. One is budget, number two, availability of the technical skill staff. See, C++ is an excellent language, but the availability of skill force in the market is less. They are very, very high level languages. Okay, they are very, very high level languages. But Java, a lot of talent is available outside. Okay. And one more thing, one more thing I want to ask you: why US is giving so many H1s? Do you know why? Why they are giving so many H1s? Talent pool and the budget constraints. Okay. So system requirement document will define about systems, OS, operating system, database, tools and languages. Next one is design system. Design system, okay. So the design team will develop a document called a functional requirement team. FRD. Okay. Functional requirement document. Okay, FRD. So here it will discuss about the complete functionalities, what are going to be, in the application. Functionalities. Okay. But in the real sense, if you go to the client, you will get only one document. Okay. In the client, when you go there, they will give one document that is called either requirement document or a business requirement document, they will call it. But in theory sense, they start the project, it will be like this. First, they'll have a BRD document. It will discuss about, okay, what is the, the importance of this product, how many customers they may attract initially, later on how many customers, what is the total cost of the product. Next is defend project. It is nothing but SRD, system requirement document. What systems to be used, what OS what database, what tools, and what languages. Third one is designing system. This is, which is very important for us. The reason, what are the functionalities going to be there in the application? Okay. Based on this, we are going to write our, test cases. And one more thing I am once again cautioning here. Whatever is the signed off document, this is the signed off document by the manager. Okay, manager who is responsible for this project will sign off. Means whatever is there in this document has to be done. That's all. We cannot deviate from this one. If you want to deviate from this one, you have to discuss with the different teams, and they have to come up with a plan. Okay. Okay. Next is develop system. Develop system. Okay. So based on the requirements, that is based on BRD, developers will develop the application. Okay. Based on BRD. Okay. Developers will code. Okay. And after writing coding, what they do the unit testing. Always remember, as a tester, you will not do unit testing. Only developers will do unit testing. And one question to you, where they will do unit testing? Whether they do unit testing in production, UAT, SIT, or development box, where they will do?
Development box.
Exactly. Okay, they will do in development server. Okay. So what it will contain?
Naga, I have a question.
So what it will contain? Right.
Can you please tell me what is the difference between unit testing and manual testing? I know that in a manual testing, QA will write down the test cases, but the difference between both of them is?
Okay. For unit testing, developer won't write any test case. Okay. For unit testing, developer will not write any test case. But what are the code he writes it, he will execute that code. Okay. It is like this, very simple. When somebody building a house, right, what the top ministry will do, he will keep a mortar and he will keep the brick. Then he will take, one of his tool and verify whether this is, all are in sync or not, he will verify. Yes or no? You are observing, right, when back in India, when they are constructing a, house with bricks, right, they will put a mortar, then he will keep the brick. And then he will verify whether it is totally coming in line or not. Same thing here also. Developer write the code, then he will execute the code in development box. Okay. So what are the results? He is expecting whether it is coming or not. If he is getting, fine. If not, he will go and verify his code. Like that, he will go on doing the unit test. Okay. So in the same fashion, suppose there are 4 developers are there. One is for meter reads, one is for invoice, one for billing, another for reports. They do their own testing, called unit testing. Okay. Once it is done, the code is moved to the SIT box. Then we conduct the test on our test cases as well as on the data what we prepare. So is it clear? Is it clear to you?
Yes, means the developer will not go thoroughly whatever they write.
No, he will not, go as per the test cases. He will do bit by bit testing.
Okay, whatever they have written.
Whatever they have written, they will test on their own. Therefore, as a tester, you have to, understand the business, and see, you will see the results only, right? You will not see the code. Let me tell you. Behind this, there is a code, right? Yes or no? There is a code behind this one, right? There is a code. Okay? So, that will be taken care by developer. What you see, you are doing functional testing. What is the functionality? When submitting, I want to see if I set Sigma means I have to get Sigma. Is it coming or not coming? That's all. It's called black box testing. We are not seeing the code, only we are seeing the result. We are checking the functionality. That is called functional testing. Okay? Same thing, it is black box testing. The reason we are not seeing the code. Same thing is functional testing. We are seeing the functionality only. We are not seeing anything else. If Sigma is coming or not. Not coming, then it is failed. Okay? So, developer will do the unit testing. He will not write any test cases. Whatever the code is written, he will test the code, whether it is coming as per the document or not. Everything as per the document. Okay? Alright. So, a developer will write the code. It's called unit testing in the development server. Okay? So, what he will do? App server. Okay? Database. He will access database whenever required. And he will also check the Unix logs, if the logs are coming or not. Okay? You will have different boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The reason, since parallel working is going on. Okay? Box, I will say server. Okay? Server 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Next. I'm sure you guys now had a clear picture about app server and database and Unix. Okay, every system should have all these things. Okay, every system should have. Number 5. Now you will be coming to picture. Okay, test the system. Okay, you are testing the system. How you are testing? Based on the requirements, you will develop test cases, and you will test the based on BRD. You will write the test cases. I'm giving very detailed, minute wise details I'm giving. So if you understand thoroughly, it's a cakewalk. So based on business requirement documents, you will write the test cases. Okay. Write test cases. Okay. And then you will test the test cases. Cases on the application. Okay. This is very important. On the application. On the application. Okay. And the next step, one we test case on the application. If it is failed, fine. If not, we'll write the defects in the QC. We'll follow with the developer. We'll close the defect. Okay, that is our job. So everything has been done. Okay. So SIT completed, EIT completed, production completed. Then it goes to the customer. Next, deploy the system. Deploy the system. Okay. So after SIT, UAT, production. Okay, production. Okay, the application is deployed. Okay, for the customers. Okay. Finally, production / maintenance. Okay. So once production is over, then what they do? It goes to maintenance mode. That means major work is done. So any enhancements, upgrades, corrections will be taking place. Corrections means complaints from customers. They will be taken care in CR, change request. Okay. And upgrades plus enhancements. Okay. They will be done in ER, enterprise release. By the way, when we join the clients here, we don't have much idea on these enterprise and ER. Okay, now you guys have clear picture now. Okay, see, once the application goes to production, the next phase is called maintenance. Production maintenance or maintenance phase. What they do? Any corrections to the existing application. That means suppose you got a complaint from the customer, you will rectify the code. Upgrade. Suppose, as I told you, that example, we have a medical record application. There is only functionality is that you can pay by credit card. You can call the company, pay by phone. You can send a check. You can go to the customer service and pay the cash. Now they give one more option, that is suppose you got a gift card, any gift card, right? They want to accept it, so they can incorporate that also. Okay, so that is called enhancement, okay, or upgrade. That will be done in maintenance phase. So as I told you, once the project is over, most of the developers and testers will be asked to leave. They'll keep the guys who have maximum business knowledge. Okay, that's all. So this is about SDLC. Any questions on SDLC?
Naga, basically, developers should have knowledge of SDLC. We just know about what is SDLC and what are the steps for
Yes.
But exactly. Basically, we have a knowledge of SDLC, software testing lifecycle, right?
Yeah. SDLC, yeah. We are gonna talk about later on.
Okay.
So SDLC is the part of SDLC.
Okay.
See, so this is test system is nothing but SDLC, right?
Mm-hmm.
SDLC. Yes or no? Correct? Mm-hmm. SDLC is the bigger picture. SDLC is the part of SDLC.
Okay.
SDLC we'll talk in the next session. Okay.
Okay.
SDLC. Okay. Yeah. So test systems, right? As we discussed, we test in different things right here. What are the SIT we tested? Once again, we have these three things, right? We know very well. SIT, all three we tested. UAT, see, we tested all of them. Production, we tested all of them. Okay? Reason, suppose this month you may be testing on app server 2, and next month you may be working on app server 3, and in the month of November you got a plan that you're going to work on app server 4. Okay, so you must have the access to all these systems. If you don't have the access, you have to check with the networking team. Okay, or if you don't have Unix, you have to check with the Unix team. We don't have SQL Server access, database, let's check with the database team. Okay, so that's your job. Okay. Any questions? If no questions means I'll go to the next topic, that is STLC. Okay, all right. So now I'll give introduction of STLC and then we'll discuss in the next class. Okay, STLC is system, testing life cycle, software testing life cycle. It is also called as TLC, testing life cycle. It is also called QLC, quality life cycle. Okay, quality life cycle. Okay, what are the main phases in this one? First is gather requirements and analyze the requirements. Okay, gather requirements and analyze the requirements. Number 2, develop test plan. Okay, generally leads will do this. Okay, third one, develop test cases. Okay, and then after developing the test cases, you have to execute the test cases. Okay, to execute the test cases, what you need? You need data. Okay, data will be prepared by either you or your lead or somebody else in the team. Next, defect tracking and reporting. See, when you execute the test case, if it passes, well and good. If not, if it fails, a defect will rise. You have to write the defect in the quality center or a defect tracking tool, and you have to report that one, and you have to follow up that one so that defect is closed. Until all the defects are closed in SIT, the application will not be moved to UAT. When the code has to move from UAT to production, all the defects in UAT should be closed. Then only they will move. Finally, deployment and production. You will do UAT, user acceptance testing. Okay, deployment and production. Okay, so these are the different phases in STLC. You must be very thorough on this one. Okay, you must be very thorough. Suppose if any question has been asked, how you tested medical records, you have to take one by one and you have to explain in detail. Okay, the more detail, the more advantageous. Okay. So any questions until this point?
Naga, can you please explain briefly how to develop test plan?
Yeah, test plan, I will talk in the next class, okay? Test plan we'll talk in the next class. So I will, in the fresh class I will explain, how the plan is, they create, etc. But so as a, a tester, generally you will not do that. Generally leads will do this, but we'll have a clear picture, what is the test plan, how it is being done. Okay, we'll talk about it in the coming class.
But Naga, if there are no test leads in any of the companies, so
of course, then you have to do.
yeah.
In small companies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, basically, in the test, plan, right? What they do, okay, how much time it takes. First of all, okay, no doubt, manual testing has to be done. Okay, whether automation is required or not. If automation is required, what is the tool? Okay, manual testing, how many testers are required? How much time is required? Okay, what are the deadlines? What are the scenarios to be tested? Okay, so this comes generally with experience. Okay, if it is a big company, no, generally you won't be asked to write, but at least you should have an idea what are the parameters, which will influence the test plan. Okay, that manual testing will be done. What is the estimate for the manual testing? How many resources are required? Automation, all right. How many resources are required? And what are the deadlines? These are the main parameters which will give a clarity on test plan. Okay. So yes, as I mentioned, if the company is too small, of course you are asked to write that one. But one thing, testers are always, flexible. And one more thing, as I told you, right? When you got the business document, you will have the clarity in that one. Okay? So who will decide this one in real sense? When you go to the project, here is the scenario. When you go to the project, all the managers will sit, okay? Test manager, development manager, and business group manager, and also one guy from Unix team, one guy from database team, one guy from network team. If not the director, if it is a very important application, vice president will come. Okay, generally VPs won't come, but in some scenarios, but directors generally will come. So if the director has time, he will sit. Otherwise, other guys will. The test manager will give his, proposal after discussing with his team members. Okay. Generally, it's always a team effort. Okay, it's always team effort. It's not. They don't put on a single person. Okay, they don't put on a single person. So they take, approximate estimation, and they'll give the date. Okay, but when the test manager goes to the meeting, so before that he will discuss with his team members. Okay, he will discuss with team leads, and if they want to know, they will ask even members also to join. There they will decide, okay, manual testing, how much time, how many members required, and automation, what is required, etc. And one more thing, generally these things will be decided by the permanent employees, generally. Okay, contractors, most of the contractors will be in the execution stage. Okay, so permanent employees, they will decide the target. Okay, electricity billing project, we have to finish by so and so date. Testing, this is the period. Okay, that will be in actual sense. Yeah. Okay, we'll talk in detail in the next slide. But at least now I gave some light on this one. You also just try to go and search in the Google and understand as much as we can. Okay. Okay, take some questions. Explain about electricity billing system project in detail. What is the difference between regression, performance, and defect tracking?
Naga, what is the difference between regression, performance, and a defect tracking tool?
Yeah.
Regression performance, we can tell the difference, but how come we can compare regression performance?
No, just I'm asking to write the definition. That's all. Whatever you know,
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Whatever you know, you write. Okay. Right. Next question. What are the different tools available in the market for the above?
Available in market?
Yeah, market. And whatever we discussed, just
Mm-hmm.
write them. Okay.
Other basically Mercury tools are used these days, right?
Mercury.
Yeah.
Mercury now we will say HP, right? We will call it HP now.
HP, okay.
Mercury has been bought by Hewlett Packard.
Okay.
Okay, HP tool. Next, write the test case format. Write the test case format. Next, write an example for the test case, what we discussed in the class.
Can you repeat, Naga? Write an example.
For the test cases, what we discussed in the class.
Thank you.
What is SDLC? Explain in detail. What is PLC and what are the major features in that? What are the major features in that? Okay. All right. So, and I want to ask one more question to all of you, that